Hello, folks. Kevin McCrudden from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the American Motivation Awards. And as you might recognize, the gentleman next to me, Mr. Zig Ziglar, one of our recipients for Lifetime Achievement, and his daughter Julie's here with us. So, Mr. Ziglar, I've traveled out here to Dallas to meet with you, and it is just such an absolute pleasure to spend time with you. And what I'd like to do is present you with the American Motivation Award for Lifetime Achievement, because gentlemen like you have just really made such an amazing impact in America and have changed so many lives. And for all of us, we're so grateful and so thankful for everything that you've done.
Well, I'm certainly grateful for this recognition, but I'll have to be completely honest and say I've had an incredible amount of help from a whole lot of people all of my life who at critical stages of my life guided me through some of the pitfalls, including a wise mother who really taught us how important truth was and integrity was all of our life. And then, as you know, I've got a wall of gratitude with a lot of people who've helped me. So I've had more help than most people have. So I don't take much credit for it myself, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, you've certainly spent your life giving back to people, and certainly your help has been tremendous, certainly to me, and I'm sure to many others. And let me just give you this statue here as well. Julie, if you wouldn't mind, I'll give this to you.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It is. Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so we have an audience here in New York. And what are some of the things that you would say to them that have been, in addition to your honesty and integrity, what are the things do you think have contributed to your success in life?
Fortunately, I've always had the home court advantage. My mother was so wise and taught us properly. One of our favorite quotes, "Tell the truth and tell it ever, costeth what it will. For he who hides the wrong he did does the wrong thing still." I was raised on that, and she only had a 5th grade education, but she was very, very wise. And I think when you build a reputation of truth, you've laid the foundation for a longer career and a happier life.
Yeah, and you've done very well at that, haven't you?
I've been blessed beyond belief, and I'm still having fun. I'm 81, but I still have a lot of energy, and I'm still writing, I'm still speaking, I'm still courting that pretty red-headed wife of mine, and having a ball and getting to work with my daughter and my son and a couple of other family members. So, you know, I've got the home court advantage in many ways.
Wow, absolutely wonderful. At what point in your career did you understand or feel this calling to actually give your life to helping others and training and not preaching, but to share all your knowledge?
Well, you know, fortunately, I had so much help as a child that as I grew up and matured, I felt felt compelled to share with people things that I knew had helped me, that I had been taught. Mm-hmm. And so that's one of the reasons I've enjoyed the life that I have. I married the right girl. I can tell you the exact second I laid eyes on her 61 plus years ago. Mm-hmm. Only girl I've ever loved. I have the privilege of working not only with my daughter, but several other relatives. And she's the editor of my books, and she's the best one I've ever had. So that's always, you know, really neat.
And the redhead comes from somewhere, right?
Oh, man. Like I tell folks, if she ever leaves me, I'm going with her.
Yeah. Well, that's great. What advice, you know, certainly you have so many books and tapes and so many things that you've contributed. What are some of the things that you'd say to the audience, some of the military, some of the guys out there that are here this evening? What are some of the things that you'd like to say to them?
First of all, I'd like to express my never-ending gratitude for their willingness to do what is so desperately needed, to get into the service and do the things that they are doing to protect us. Now, I was 17 on Saturday and volunteered for the Navy when I was a youngster, 17 years old. And so I know what the military is, and it meant a lot to me. And we've been speaking and working with the military in our training system, and it's just the most amazing delight, because these young men and women are just so alert, so committed, so dedicated, so effective in protecting us. And that's exactly what they're doing so well.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in closing, what I'd like to do is, if you could give a couple of ideas of what you'd like to see people do this year. So the award ceremony is on November 11th. National Motivation Inspiration Day is on January 2nd. What are 3 things that you would say, hey, listen, if you could do these, you'd be on the road to success? So just a couple of pieces of advice for them.
I'd say, number one, if you're married, always work hard to maintain the home court advantage, because what happens at home affects what you're going to do out there. Your reputation is built at home, not only just in the community and in your work life, but at home. And if you've got that home court advantage, that's a huge benefit that you will have. I've had it all of my life, first with my mother, now my wife, and family members. My son is the president of our company. My daughter's the editor of my books, and other family members are working with us. And I just am a strong believer in having the right home court advantage.
Dad, I think one of the really important things, second point, beyond the home court advantage, is what I see you doing today with me, and the reason I'm actually here today is that you continue to inspire audiences in spite of the fact that you had a fall down the stairs in March a year ago that caused some serious brain damage and has resulted in short-term memory loss. But in fact, you continue to get up on the stage, you're transparent, you continue to write and speak because you want to encourage others and show them that life on life's terms is worth living. It hasn't been easy, but you get up and do that because that's your nature. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond.
Well, I've always said, when bad things happen that you don't like, you can either respond, which is positive, or react, which is negative. If I complained about what happened, it wouldn't get any better. Matter of fact, it'd get worse. But if I respond and say, well, I'm still able to do things that a lot of people could never do at any time. And I'm grateful for the fact that I've got the energy and the commitment and the responsibility and the education and help to do the thing I love to do the most, which is encourage other people.
That's right. Dad also says, maybe for a third point, that one of the greatest emotions of all is gratitude. And since we do have so many military present today, many of our troops watching on this special, special day, I think it would be good for people to know that all of his life, he has been an example of what it is to show gratitude. When I was a little child, and even when he wasn't very successful and didn't have a lot of extra money, anytime there were police officers or military having a cup of coffee or having a meal, he always went and thanked them for serving America, for protecting us, and he bought their dinners when he could.
Wow.
Wonderful example.
That's terrific. And what gave you that idea originally? It was just...
Well, it's the way I was raised. My mother always taught us to do things like that when we saw people that needed help and we could do anything for them. Do it. Don't just think about doing it, doing it. And so we've kind of tried to do that all of our lives.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Okay.
Terrific, terrific. Well, with that, folks, you can only imagine how absolutely thrilled I am to be here with Mr. Ziegler and his daughter, Julie. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. And Lifetime Achievement Award from Motivate America is really just a drop in the bucket for all that you've done.
Well, I'm greatly grateful for being recognized this way. I know there's so many wonderful people who are undoubtedly better qualified for this than I am, but I'm truly grateful. I've had a wonderful life. I'm still very busy, still working, still writing, still courting that pretty red-headed wife of mine.
Sounds like a great life.
Yeah, it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you.
Oh, God bless. Thank you so
And
much.
I'm very grateful for this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.